So finally, what we'll try to do here is we'll try to reproduce that picture again with the random circles. So randomly placed, and they have a random size. But we'll try to do the calculation of all of the random numbers outside the main code here. Okay, so why don't we just start with that? So, okay, let's pop open the code here. So this is just the usual stuff, right? Just the container there. And down here, we'll first take care of getting all of the data that we need. So we will put our curly braces here. We'll make an empty data set. And let's say that we want 100. All right, so we'll set up a for loop. Like that. And our job now is to push 100 records into this data set. So each record would have the information that each circle needs. So you can think of, record 0 would be all of the numbers that the first circle needs. Record 1 would be all of the numbers that the second circle needs. And they need 3 pieces of information each. They need an X, a Y, and a radius. So remember, when each record needs more than one piece of information, like if you can't just say Batman, you have to say Batman, Bruce Wayne, DC, you need JavaScript objects. So when we take this data set and push something into it, we can't just push a number. We have to push a JavaScript object, and it will have an X, a Y, and an R. The X will be a random number, and it'll be between 0 and 600, right? Because we want to space it out widthwise. Put a comma there. The Y will be a random number, 0 to 300, so we can space it out this way. Put a comma. And then R, we'll just make them small. So we'll go math.random 0 to 10. Great. Okay. And so when that's done, the factory will return it to us. We'll accept it. We'll name it data as well. And now this is what we have. Pop it open here. For the 0th circle, 3 pieces of information. For the first circle, 3 pieces of information. We're ready to go. So let's come up here. Let's do this. Select our SVG and name it container. And then we'll set up our for loop. All right, we want to make 100 circles. So we'll go 0, less than 100. All right. So what do we have to do each time? We take the container and we append a circle. Now, what will be the same about all the circles? Well, they'll all be the same color. So we'll make the fill whatever we want. They'll all have the same stroke. They'll all have the same opacity, which I'll make 0.5. And now we get the differences, where each circle is along the x-axis All right, depends on which one it is. If it's the 0th one, this is the x-coordinate. If it's the first one, this is. The second one, this is. So the ith one, right? That's what we want. Take data and pick out the ith record, okay? But that's not sufficient because the record is everything. But pick the x value. That's the key. To place the circle in the y direction, take this whole set, pick out the ith record, and take the y value from it. To set the size of the circle, take the whole data set, take the ith record, and pick out that random radius. And there you go, okay? And that, it seems like it's a lot harder than the first way that we did it, but generating data out here or pulling data in from the outside and then using it here is it's something that we're going to do much more often. All right. So there you go. And now I would just like to end this week and talk a little bit more about paths.